Hello YouTubers. Today we're going to be taking a cruise in my tiny little boat down the Fox River here in northern Illinois. There are two halves to the Fox River. They're both separated by a dam. We have the upper river and the lower river. Today we're traveling on what's known as the lower Fox River. It starts just south of the Stratton Dam in Mchenry, Illinois, and goes roughly 16 miles south to the Algonquin Dam in Algonquin, Illinois. Whereas the Fox River's upper river is located north of the Mchenry Stratton Dam, it widens into a large area of interconnected lakes that's known as the Chain of Lakes, and it makes its way into Wisconsin. And we'll definitely be exploring the upper river and chain in a future video. The best part about this virtual boat ride today is that it's filmed in a 360-degree view. So my recommendation is look to your left, right, up, down, wherever you want to look with your screen, because there's beautiful scenery everywhere. This looks so real that the only thing missing is the wonderful smell of the outdoors and the campfires that are everywhere along the Fox River. And what we're going to do in this video today is point out various points of interest as we travel downstream, such as the restaurants, bar and grills that line the river and offer boaters and landlubbers a place to enjoy good food and musical entertainment, as well as some of the interesting structures and locations that I most enjoy that makes the lower Fox River a great travel destination. Here we are passing Keefe's Reef. This is the first bar and grill that you'll find on the lower river. They have live music and are known for their chicken wings and fish fries. It's located just along State Road, and if you're traveling by boat, just simply dock at one of the mini piers or beach and drop anchor. And just across the street in Crystal Lake is Riverside Pub, and that's another great place to enjoy live music and good food. Our next bar and grill is just to the south, along Rawson Bridge Road. It's one of my favorites. It's the Oar Marina Bar and Grill in South Barrington. I have to say that their burgers are fantastic. They offer plenty of boat parking, live music, classic muscle cars and motorcycle shows, and the best part is the beautiful sunsets, which you're going to get a sneak peek of right now. And if you stay tuned to the end of this video, we'll return to the Broken Oar. I'll do a complete walkthrough of the Broken Oar to go along with this beautiful sunset. The lower Fox River has been a great place for recreational boaters for about the last 100 years. It's not very fast and it's not very deep. The average depth is between 3 and 5 feet in most areas, and there's lots of hidden places along the shoreline that are great for fishing. Fish here include smallmouth bass, catfish and walleye, and many others. The further south we go, there are more homes along the shores, whereas the area we're at now, the northern end, has a lot more natural settings, and with tall grass and trees, fewer houses mixed in. It's a step back in time. It's very common to see people with kayaks and small canoes out here. I love sharing the waterways with other boats, big and small. And today we're cruising in my classic 1991 Larson All-American 170. It's an open bow boat. It sports a 3.0 Merc Cruiser 4-cylinder engine. It's great on gas, and it just goes to show that you don't need a big yacht to explore the waterways. You just need a boat that floats, a love of adventure, and then you just have to get out there. For myself to spend a day on the water, I probably spend between $20 and $30 to go out there all day in gas. Now we're about to pass the Fox River Marina. It's a state park wildlife area. It's a marina and boat launch. It has public piers and public restrooms, which is a must if you've been on the river all day, as well as a beautiful wildflower walkway that leads from the piers to the washrooms. I love taking that walk. By the end of the season, the wildflowers are about 6 or 7 feet tall. There's plenty of bees and butterflies. It's a fantastic walk. It smells great, and it leads to the washrooms, and on each side of the washrooms there are a couple pavilions which can be rented out for parties and family celebrations and whatnot. This is where I like to launch my boat from. There's plenty of parking, and it also is a great place to fish from the shoreline, as it has walking trails that follow the shore, sitting benches to fish from, or just to sit and enjoy the sunset. Speaking of sunsets, we're getting to the place that's known as Sunset Bay. This is where boaters gather at sunset just to take it all in. And just behind that, to our left, is a marina and the No Wake Bar and Grill in Barrington, where you can enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner, as well as tasty beverages. This is another nice area that I enjoy going through that's a beautiful natural setting. Just a little further to the south, this is a great place for bird watching, bird spotting, but it's also known as Hanky Pank Bay. I don't know why. The water's only waist high. I usually see people anchored and just hanging out over there. They gave it that name. I don't know. Use your imagination. Or not. Native American tribes such as the Potawatomi, Sac, and the Fox first lived along the river, and it's easy to imagine what it once looked like for them, considering all the untouched areas that are still present today. The Fox River was a primary travel route for early settlers who harvested ice in the winter to ship it safely to Chicago. And by the late 1800s, many of these towns along the Fox became resort towns that were made more accessible by trains coming from Chicago, long before cars and highways made it possible for vacationers to travel longer distances. There are plenty of unique homes along the Fox River, big and small, and it's great to see all the beautiful gardens and fun and relaxing yards that everyone has that makes for great sightseeing as you pass by on a boat. One of the homes in this area is known as the Waterfall House, and it was featured on HGTV. There will be a link down below. It's coming up ahead. You'll want to keep your eyes out for it. It's just to the left, right when we begin to make a turn. And just past the Waterfall House is the Norgay Ski Jump, a 150-foot hill that was first completed in 1908 and has since been rebuilt. It still functions and operates to this day with ski tournaments and ski training for kids who have more courage than most adults. The club was started in 1905 by a group of Norwegian men who came across the large hill in Fox River Grove, and now it's the oldest open ski club in the United States. Early on, they even built a ski jump located at Soldiers Field, also known as Chicago Bears Stadium, and also one at Navy Pier that launched skiers right into Lake Michigan. When I see this structure from inside a boat that's passing by, it's easy to imagine skiers landing in the river, but apparently it's not actually that close, but it's big. It's really big. Just past the ski hill is Picnic Grove Park in Fox River Grove. It's a great place to dock your boat at one of the public piers available, or beach your boat right into the sandy shore and take a swim. The water is usually not very cold. There's picnic tables, shaded trees, public restrooms, and it's a great place for bird watching, specifically bald eagles. I've seen them in this area on a few occasions. Just further down the river is the Dead End Bar and Grill. It's located along the Route 14 bridge. And there's also a gas station with piers next door so you can gas up your boat. Behind the Route 14 bridge is the Metro Train Bridge, which takes riders to and from downtown Chicago, with a train station that's just located a few blocks away. South of that, just to our left, is Lions Park, where the town of Fox River Grove hosts their annual festival each year, and it has a pebbly beach and also piers and benches that's perfect for fishing. As we continue on our way and turn southwestward on the river, we find one of the coolest backyards along the Fox River, the one that I call the classic car house. The one with the red 1959 Cadillac front end sticking out the ground, and also a 63 Chevy Impala rear tail end that's sticking into the ground, as well as a Chevy C10 pickup truck, an old stoplight pole, as well as some other cool handmade steel pieces of art. Thumbs up to you, that's very cool, and it's a perfect example of vintage repurposing, and I appreciate seeing it every time that I cruise the river. As we head further south towards our destination of Algonquin, the landscape to the east on the left begins to change to a higher elevation, which is also great for sunsets and fall weather, as seeing the sun beam off the colorful tree leaves in the hills always makes this trip satisfying. One of the things I love about going down the Fox is going out in the spring, going out in the summer, and then especially going out in the fall and just seeing the changes that take place through all the different seasons and the colors and the smells. It's fantastic, and I highly recommend it. And we've made it to the end of our river cruise, and once we arrive in Algonquin near the dam, we are greeted with a no-wake barrier, so we need to slow our speed down. We also have the Fox 14 Marina, which is another place to launch your boat from that's complete with gas pumps, boating supplies, and restrooms. This area before the dam is right in downtown Algonquin, where there are piers, a river walk, shopping, and eateries. Hope you enjoyed our scenic travels. Now we're going to get turned around and head to the Broken Oar for that beautiful sunset that I promised you. If you'd like to see more cool content like this, please like my channel and subscribe. Thanks for watching.